Hi everyone, welcome to your Friday. Jason and Alicia here with you. Obviously a lot to talk about, including the Nikolai Mew verdict. Everybody's been glued to that trial for the entire last week here.
Last 2 weeks. 2 years for all those families and then the victims involved in that. So Michelle's outside of the jail where he's waking up this morning. We're going to check in with her soon. But let's first get to meteorologist John Ziegler for a look at the forecast. This weekend's looking stunning.
Oh, it is. Good morning. Actually got a little bit of light there for you 6 o'clock viewers. 43 degrees as we look down of our shot here on tower camera. Northwest winds 12 miles per hour. It is quiet. Got 43, 39, actually some cooler air off towards northern Minnesota. So I'll let you kind of know that with the northwest wind, we're driving in some of that cool, crisp, dry air. And that today is a much drier day. No large clouds or rain or anything like that like yesterday. But you can still see clearly a northwest wind. Whenever you have that, you're going to be a little bit cooler. So we're going to be turning windy today and tomorrow. But talking about a very warm and bright weekend, we'll also take a look at some storms possible at Tuesday in your forecast. Cece.
Happy Friday. Wherever you're waking up across the metro, roads are looking really great this morning. Haven't seen a single crash all morning, which I couldn't say at this point yesterday morning. But here's a live look. 94 eastbound right in between St. Paul and Minneapolis. Drive times on 94 eastbound, 94 westbound looking great. Drive times average about 7 to 8 minutes either way. Now, if you're headed out the door within the next 30 to 40 minutes, let me know where you're headed. Even though the roads are looking great, there could still be some backups later on in the show that I can tell you about. Reach out to me on social media, #CC's Commute.
Let's get it trending this morning. Thank you, Cece. Turning now to our top story at 6 a.m. 97 years. That's how long Nikolai Mew could spend in prison after being found guilty in the deadly Apple River stabbing.
Mew is now going to wait in jail until his sentencing. Michelle Beck is live at the St. Croix County Jail this morning with more. Michelle, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. Nikolai Mew is actually here right now behind me at the St. Croix County Jail less than 20 hours after losing his 2-week fight to defend his name in the courtroom.
As to count one of the information, Isaac Schumann, the jury finds Nikolai Mew guilty of first-degree reckless homicide.
Mew was found guilty on all counts once the jury chose to lessen the severity of the criminal charges. His top charge yesterday was first-degree reckless homicide, meaning he did not intentionally kill Isaac Schumann on the Apple River, but acted recklessly without regard for human life. The jury also found him guilty of stabbing 4 other people that day. All this means in the jury's eyes, Mew did not act in self-defense, which was the claim we heard again and again in court.
I think it showed his consciousness of guilt, that he knew he wasn't in fear for his life, so he had to embellish the story and say that other people pulled knives on him and he took away their knife.
Nick wanted to take the lead on that, and so he continues to feel those feelings. He's sad, obviously disappointed in the result, and contemplating his future life.
And I remember watching the courtroom feed yesterday, as in the courtroom, as the verdict was being read, Nikolai Mew, he had his head down. Meanwhile, all the others in that room, they were reacting very emotionally, of course, as you can imagine. The victim of this stabbing, Isaac Schumann, his parents, they're going to be speaking out in the next 30 minutes. We'll have some sound from yesterday's reaction. More emotional moments there. Alicia, Jason.
Yeah, you could, I was watching that feed too, Michelle. You could hear his mother, like an audible gasp when that was read out loud in court. All right, Michelle Beck reporting live. Thank you. Well, now to a story that's been developing for the last 15 hours. Police tell us a body found in a pond in Maple Grove could be connected to the search for a missing teen. You're looking at aerial footage from the pond near 80th Avenue North and Lakeview Drive. It's the same pond police found 18-year-old Winston Drapal's jacket days after he left home and never came back. Police say they were called back out yesterday for something suspicious and found a body. A medical examiner is working to identify that body. Also developing right now, police in Minneapolis are looking for clues in a deadly homicide in the city's Harrison neighborhood. It happened about 12 hours ago at the intersection of Glenwood Avenue and Cedar Lake Road. Police say they found a 23-year-old man shot inside of a car. He later died at the hospital. We are in contact with police. They tell us no arrests have been made.
We have new details this morning surrounding the Blue Earth County dog shot and killed on a family's deck late last month. Search warrants obtained by KARE 11 in the last 24 hours show police now suspect a mail carrier who lives nearby. Those documents say the dog's owners found a note threatening their dogs if they didn't stop barking. It also shows the suspect had a history of leaving threatening notes about barking dogs near his home or along his mail route. Investigators say he admitted to leaving the notes, but denied shooting that dog.
We do have a big update to share with you this morning. Uber and Lyft will be staying in Minneapolis at least for a little while longer. Their decision came shortly after the city council's vote to delay raising drivers' minimum wage to $1.40 per mile from May 1st to July 1st. It's an amount Uber and Lyft say will make operations unsustainable. Most of the council members praise the move, saying it gives time for new rideshare companies to start up.
We care, and we are Minnesotans as well, and we have every right to fight for our rights and get livable wages so we can also take care of our families. That is why we're here.
Now, Mayor Frey says this delay is not a fix. Many stakeholders say they're continuing to work with the legislature on a more permanent statewide solution.
Time now 6:06. The Minnesota State Patrol has a new leader this morning. Shortly after sunrise yesterday, we learned Interim Colonel Christina Bogojevic will take over as chief. Her first full day on the job will be on May 2nd. She's been second in command since December of 2022 and served with State Patrol for more than 20 years. Bogojevic is the second woman ever to lead Minnesota State Patrol.
While you were sleeping, the Department of Minneapolis Arts launched a first-of-its-kind census survey for local musicians. The hope here is to better understand the city's music economy. It asks about demographics, workspace needs, housing history, and inclusion. Anyone working in the music industry, paid or not, is asked to participate. Results will be out this summer. Mayor Frey released a statement about the survey saying, in part, we want the world to know about our unique and diverse music scene, and the census will help us guide us there.